Alright, let's see if Adam survives a little better today. We're not fighting that because we don't have poison immunity. That's fine. That's fine. Flat 10% is very, very good for Spider Ham. Keep It Going is nuts, but I think I'm going to stick to the one that makes spam better because he's our rank 3 and this is not Sector 6. I'm not going for this single most busted build. Alright, that's probably how the first few are going to go. Let's see if Adam can do anything today. Or if people are going to be mean and we're going to have to swap them out. Ugh. Hey, Travis. Yeah, it was an interesting day. I forgot he could stun. I wouldn't have done that. It's only the special 2, right? Nope. Oh, it must be a node. Because he can't do that on his normal one, can he? No, I guess he... Ah, it's the debilitate that's catching me, though. Otherwise, we'd be alright. Oh, man. I didn't realize that my capture card was acting up. Give me a sec. Why was that so loud? I'm sorry. I wasn't expecting that. Hey, cream cheese, how's it going? Okay, let me deactivate and reactivate. Alright, we're back. Let's keep going. Hey, Jackie. I'm doing okay. Was working on the spotlight for my next character today. Just another rainy day. It certainly was rainy, wasn't it? I think I'm going to take extra ability accuracy. Thanks, Travis. So am I. I'm very happy with them. I'm not giving class away, but I have talked about how they're definitely more on the defender side of things. How's it going, Misery? Hey, Highline, how's it going? Welcome, Adam. Doing all right. What do you mean, Adam? Glad to hear, cream cheese. So we're definitely... It's definitely an ongoing discussion. The team is aware that the 3 roadblocks 3 months in a row was a little intense. Ooh, Adam getting 50% combat power rate sounds very good. Critical rating is also good. So is critical damage. I'm gonna take this for now. I mean, there's gonna be counters, but like, yeah, we're not doing it the next month or anything. That, I think, is fair to say. Who's my favorite defender? I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to think through, and I really don't know. There are definitely a bunch of different interesting ones, but I can't think of like a favorite at the moment that I feel is underrated. Weird fight. Didn't really have a great answer for him. Kitty Pride. She's definitely a bit annoying, yeah. Really slept on Moondragon? Yeah, man, a lot of people did. She's been really awesome since her 7-star release. It's been fun to see. Not really a strong reason to go either way. That's fine. Yeah, it's really hard to decide, like, make a call on who the who counts as not meta, right? Dragon Man is definitely a solid stall, if nothing else. That's fine. I took the risk. Stop blocking. Oh my god, you jerk. Nothing but blocks and heavies. This one. Stop. Okay. 1 second. Let me report this. Hey, Wolf, how's it going? Yeah, Dragon Man's definitely a solid attacker. I can't remember if I actually said this out loud or just thought it, Adam. But are you aware that you can sidestep Invisible Woman? That's what makes her bother me less. Sidestepping and bleeders. Wasn't really a fan of any of those hacks for this team. That's fine. Both fine. Yeah, good thing to practice for sure. I've gotten out of the habit of sidestepping defenders, honestly. Used to do it all the time. Definitely something I need to get back into. Is my item rank 3? No, that's a rank 2. They're just Sig 60. Ouch. Did you know if you're having a bad day, you can pet a dog and it instantly makes the dog less bad? I am aware of this ancient magic. Bye bye. Rank 3 spam is so good. I thought about taking Adam to rank 3, but I felt like spam was the better choice. Hey Dane, how's it going? Do you think it's time for a generic gem, Adam? It depends on how you look at it, cream cheese, because I did not pull Diablo Professor X or Sandman at all. I definitely would have appreciated them. Okay. He's stunnable, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Cool. I mean, that's kind of the same thing, Adam. Because whatever the 100% rewards for Act 8 are, they're coming out when 8.4 drops. It's not spoiling anything to say that that's the final chapter. Um, Both pretty regularly, Min. Not even a little bit what I said, highlight. Oh, you know what? I also misunderstood you, Adam. I thought you were saying a generic awakening gem for 8.4, and that's what I was questioning. I'm not confirming or denying anything in particular, but that is obviously a very different proposal. That was pretty dramatic. Working with one of my professors on the cover letters, fingers crossed. Nice, good luck. No, I know, Highland. Oh, right, deja vu. Okay, I have to be a little bit more careful. Not a problem. Yeah, I got you, man. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Well, there's a lot of good stuff here, but we're obviously grabbing that. Yeah. I also just kind of fell out of the habit of checking them in the first place, which I need to get better about. Dismay, gross. Otherwise, yeah, that's fine. She's parryable. What do you do? That's fine. Hmm. That's a bit less fine with the hacks we have. What do you do? That's okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna skip the boosts this room. I don't want to lose a chunk to Omega. Not bad. Hey, Cyber. I am doing well. You are as well. That's funny, man. Alright, Fisticuffs makes this a little bit annoying, but then Adam will be okay. I don't know that it was even said that it was a gem, madam. All I remember is Crashed saying that 8.4 would be the opportunity um, for people who had only done a single path of Necropolis to get Valiant. So that's clearly implying a rank 3, but I don't remember anything more specific than that. Had 5 glasses today, so exhausted. Yeah, it's a fair go. Thank you. It's my favorite class. Was Mystic for a very long time. Probably shifted to Science for a while, but I think I've fallen a little out of love with them just because it's so deep. And like I feel like they can chill for a little bit. It's kind of like what mutants used to be. Okay, now I'll take the critical damage rating. But at the same time, I don't know if I'm back to Mystics yet. Realistically, though, it has to be those two. They're always the ones that I end up ranking most. I would love to take that healing to top off spam, but we don't have a counter to permanent poisons, so we move on. That's fine. What do you do? Also fine. Cool. What room do I normally get to? Feels like a loaded question. It really depends on how much I'm paying attention. I mean, this is only Sector 5, so I'm hoping to go all the way to 15, but, like, you never know what you're gonna run into, right? I haven't used Werewolf in a few rooms. Let's do that. Oh, you meant favorite class in a different way, didn't you? I see that now. Or tabletop game design. That does sound interesting. Have you played, what is it? Rescue at House on the Hill? Murder at House on the Hill? I forget what it's called, but if you've played it, you'll know what I mean. That would not be news I could break here, Travis. Yeah, I am familiar, Highline, but I've never actually gotten around to watching Season 3. It is on my list. Hey, Steve. Too funny for me to jump in with a correction. I cannot believe he just barely had enough health left. was gonna ask about season 3. I'm glad I clarified. No, it's on the short list. I just haven't gotten to it. Hey, man. That is a lot of power, my friend. Here comes Plague Mind. Oh, right, no game. There's Plague Mind. That's gonna be an annoying combo. Very annoying combo. What? Okay, that was dumb. Whoa! Did I already use the pod? I literally did not know I already used the pod. Okay, everything about that fight went wrong. Let's see what hacks we get. Nice. I like that game, man. I've only played it once, but it was a blast. I was picked to be the villain. And so I was a possessed 6-year-old girl. Hey, John. Evening. Yeah, exactly, John. Cool. All fine. I want to get to the point where we have, like, where my wife and I have somebody to play it with again. That is the part of moving that is not as fun. And Cole on your team. Oh, that's places. Yeah, there it is. I always get confused there because he has 3 different synergies with Cull as viewed on Aunt May. I own almost every single game that was featured on tabletop. I'm a huge board game dork. I love that. I would like to become more of a board game dork. Whoa! Didn't realize I got that slow. Ouch. Speaking of slow. He very much is, man. Take care, Highline. Hey, Gupper. Welcome. Probably that one. Yep. He's definitely going to be a little bit annoying, but I think spam will be okay there. You're fine. You are fine. Alright, let's get Adam back up. At your level of play, are Alliance War assignments more limited by player rosters, player skill, player comfort, or something else? Definitely a mix of everything. um, most alliances, probably close to all alliances, still have varying degrees of skill. And if the alliance is balanced properly, that's not something that's necessarily a problem. It's just something that you as an officer have to know, right? Um, and there also is there's definitely some overlap between skill and comfort. Hey Bean, how's it going? Because I do consider myself quite skilled, but there are also fights that I'm extremely comfortable with that I don't think are a reflection of how skilled I am that I still wouldn't assign to most other people. Hey Legs, welcome. And that simply comes down to comfort. Like, read fights are usually a pretty good indication of this. There are fights I'm comfortable taking, I was comfortable taking with a rank 4 read that I would not assign to somebody else with a rank 5 just because if they haven't done it yet, it's easy for something to go wrong, right? There's a bunch of other things like that. Mantis is someone that you should generally not assign unless the person is comfortable, etc., etc. Um, sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a second. I would say that the largest factor is probably roster. Um, because that assigns who you even can send, right? It doesn't really matter if I personally am capable of soloing a Photon boss with Mantis. I don't have Mantis. So it's never going to be on me. It's going to be on one of our people that has her, right? So yeah, I would say roster is the most important gate, and then some combination of skill and preference. But even that is probably gated. It's always down to like the interplay of rosters, right? Like I found myself saying sometimes while I'm planning is like I don't think that this map is particularly hard. I don't think our alliance like or I don't think our opponent placed some incredibly masterful maze of a defense. We have all of the answers. I know what all of the answers are. They are not distributed correctly in my battle group. I'm sure most officers have run into that at least once, right? Where you're like, I have the 3 warlocks and the 2 mantises, and I have everything I need, but they're just concentrated in the wrong rosters, and you have to end up sending some suboptimal things to accommodate. And that means yeah, roster. Okay, that one's getting reported. That was very annoying. Ah, all right, that was annoying. Let's see where we can go from there. Performance anxiety is definitely annoying. Fine, I'll take the glancing. Ouch, my fault. Very much my fault. Thanks, Highline. I appreciate you. Thanks for being a member. Yeah, no, I know, Matt. I'm not gonna say that I didn't read that as pushing because my first thought was definitely that, but I know that's not what you meant. The second thought was immediately they're just curious. And I am working on it. It is in second place on my priority list at the moment. Um oh, I shouldn't have crit there. That that glancing buff didn't work, did it? That's a problem. But yeah, my top priority is it's been a while since I've done another Essential Alliance War Attackers video, so I am working on an update to that first because that's kind of time sensitive with the season coming up, and to the extent that White Tiger was time sensitive, I already blew that. Um, but I am hoping to have both of those out pretty soon. Yeah, no, I totally get it, man. Or Matt, I'm sorry. I was responding to Matt as Min's next message came in. Yeah, I didn't I know you didn't mean it that way. Bluntly, like it's not just that I'm busy, it's that especially since I got this job, there we go, a regen. Especially since I got this job, I sometimes choose to do other things. And in this case, there have been a couple times this week that I have decided to play Hades instead. Ooh, please throw your thank you. Ouch. That was a beautiful illustration of the behavior that has been driving me insane. So let me do another input issue report. 1 second. Technically, it's not an input issue, but issue report. Oh, yeah, I remember when I made that discovery, man. It was not fun. We need so you have to fight Bullseye? Yeah. That one feels like a significantly higher priority than Onslaught, doesn't it? Unfortunately, that also feels like one that I would feel a bit guilty about making before I figured out the special one decks. Which means I need to practice it. Yeah, I feel that one, Adam. How does the Angela run go? It goes well. She's very, very good. You just, sometimes don't get the best hacks. And honestly, at the moment, I'm not currently willing to change my masteries for anything, pretty much. And so, that means that I'm not willing to turn on recoil for Angela, and so I need to roll buff cornucopia for her to have sustain. That's just something I have to deal with. Yeah, Hades is definitely fun. It made me really nauseous at first, but I have just ended up making sure that my chair is a good distance away from the computer screen, and that seems to help. And I just play it in short sessions. We could settle for So You Have to Fight Onslaught. Yeah, that one I definitely feel better about. So Hercules is cheating on his special intercept window. Is he cheating anything else? Yeah, Hercules is cheating at all kinds of intercept windows, not just the specials. Oh, I'm going to die. Yep. I didn't mean to do that. I thought I still had a special one. Ugh! Cursed. I thought I still had a special one, and then I saw him go into the special 2 animation, and I realized I'd ticked over, and I was like, I can't survive this. Pain. What kind of game is Hades? Isometric hack and slash roguelike is, I think, the fastest way to describe it. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. You have different weapons. Each of the weapons has a different set of attacks. You have like a special, a basic attack, a dash. If you attack after the dash, the weapons do something different. If you charge the weapons, they generally do something different. And then each of those actions plus your I've already forgotten the name for it. But like you can throw a crystal basically. But each of those actions you can get a different boon from one of the Olympian gods, which is basically like a hack in Incursions. And you go as far as you can, and as you go, you build up resources that allow you to get better boons and better weapons and better core abilities for your next run. Thought that one might have him. Ah, sorry to hear that, Easy. I'm glad you're finding humor in it. Never tried roguelikes? Yeah, I think out of the recent ones, Hades is definitely one of the more popular choices. It's a good place to start if you want to do the hack and slash side of things. If you want something a little bit lower octane, Slay the Spire is a really, really good one. Like, absolutely all timer. If you like deck building and cards. Hey, Joey, how's it going? What is a sidestep? Sidestep refers to when you. Why did I do that? I haven't done that in so long. Okay. Just tried to do one against Old Man Logan. It was a bad idea. But sidestep refers to when you evade someone's dash and then immediately hit them with either a medium or a light. It is possible to varying degrees against different characters. Oh, come on! Oh, you have. Mm. It's not. I've had I've had Faster Than Light recommended to me specifically as that genre. This may be the end of our run here tonight, everybody. Yes, like Domino, exactly. The Adam one was my fault. This one felt less like my fault. I gotta admit, one of my least favorite things about the change to Incursions, and I called this out at the time, is that I just cannot track when the next healing is. Like, it makes perfect sense if you look at the master sheet, which I think a lot of it went on the forums. I know that it's like every 4 rooms or something, but it is so much harder for me to track when the next time is that I'm going to be able to heal. And that is very much one of my least favorite things about the change. I like most of the things about the change. That one, not a fan. Interesting, Cyber. A few times when fighting Hulkbuster using Kate, her riposte won't stick, and sometimes even with perfect release. What are you not understanding? Hulkbuster, yeah, what Misery said. Hulkbuster reduces offensive ability accuracy as a defender per armor up on him. I don't think that means it's not roguelike, man. I think that just means it has less, I forget what the term is, but like persistent progress. Have I played Hearthstone? I have not. I've played a fair amount of Magic the Gathering, but I never dipped my toe into Hearthstone. Didn't want to do this. Alright. We healed a bit. I'll take it. Yes, the reduction goes up with each armor. Yeah, that wasn't me intending to give a definition. That was me intending to describe Hades. Some of them have that, like, oh, meta progression. That's the word. Some of them have the meta progression where you get better. The problem is that roguelike and roguelite are not really universally defined games or terms. People argue about them on the internet. We had a presentation internally before we talked about some of our favorites, and yeah, I I think anyone who tells you that there is a hard definition is probably a little too confident. Now I actually want it to just fall off. I need to let this healing tick. Cool. Gained a little bit. But yeah, for those who are curious, the most important aspect of a roguelike game, as far as I have picked up, is just the fact that it goes on and on and on, and what you face is somewhat random, and you are supposed to power up as you go. At least a little bit. Can't decide whether to rank two an unduped Atom or a duped Venom. Both have relics. Yeah, I think I agree with Adam that Atom is the better dual threat, but Venom is definitely a more consistent nuke. Doesn't really require anything, just a few points in deep wounds and the relic, and he shreds. Pilfer is gross. Gross, 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 gross. I'm pretty worried I'm going to die to that gore. What do you do? Mm, that's pretty mean, too. Because that means if I swap somebody in, they're not going to be able to handle an unblockable finale read. Especially not with Conflictor. I can't handle Caltrops. Yeah, like maybe if I had a big Sandman, he could take both of those, but I'm worried about this one. Fisticuffs and Oscillate Kate is fine. That Strife is also fine. Yeah, I think we have to go the boost route and just pray. Take care, Lamb, today. I'm not going to back you up on that with White Tiger, Joey. I don't think she needs a taunt at all. That's what the Power Steal is for. That's okay, let it fall off. Don't go aggressive. Oscillate is bad, and if you get hit with Kate's Caltrops arrows at these attack levels, you are simply dead. So don't worry about it. That was a definitive note. Yeah, it was. Mainly because I played a version of White Tiger whose loop was significantly more demanding, and I just don't think that this one needs it. Ooh, why? How? Activate Striker gains 2 regen Striker kills. That was like classic using Wolverine and AQ. Gets regen right at the end. That was very cruel. Is there a champ in Battlegrounds decks that makes me treat the opponent with more caution? Ascended Tigra. Yeah, there are definitely a few. Ascended Tigra is a good one. Ascended Punisher 99 means you're probably dead. I can understand that, but no, it does not, Misery. They're not related. Don't be too aggressive. Whoop! I thought I caught it. I saw the glancing went for the special. I was too late. Pain. Yeah, armor and crit chance have nothing to do with each other at all. The reason that you see some champions, I don't even know that I would call it a common combination, but the reason that there are a couple champions with that combination is because critical hits ignore so much of armor. And so if you want armor to be a defensive threat, you kind of need some kind of critical hit mitigation. Because otherwise somebody with a lot of crits is just going to go, what armor? Nothing changed with CGR to my knowledge, Trenton. God, this is going to go so poorly. Oh, come on! 1 second. Man, when they catch you on the dash back, that is just my least favorite thing. Excuse me? Ugh! I knew I was dead anyway, so it didn't really matter, but, like, man, that gore was playing well. Is there a reason for no crit resist stat focus? Yeah, it'd be absolutely freaking broken, Misery. I have another answer to it, but, like, come on, it would be so common. It's so strong. It would not be a good idea. You're just gonna wait, aren't you? Yep. Oh, here we go. Dang it. Nope, not today. Alright. It is what it is. Pilfer is a stupid node. I actually thought we got rid of it. I'm making a note about that. It's not just that, Min. Because, like, crit resist stat focus would be too strong, right? But it would also not be a good mechanic. And the reason I say that is because, like, if you just assume most defenders suddenly have a certain amount of crit resist, it matters a lot more for some characters than others. Because a huge chunk of the tech class doesn't care at all. Quite a few people in the science class do not care at all. Many mystics do not care at all. They do not care if they crit. Cosmics, though, a lot of cosmics care quite a bit. Mutants are just dead. Like, completely useless. And skill champions, half of them lose like a third of their offensive abilities. And that incredibly uneven class impact is why crit focus or crit resist as a stat focus would just not be good. Because it would be very uneven in its impact. I think I probably just made a circular point there, but whatever. You'll get the point. I don't have anything to open, right? Yeah, no problem, then. Yeah, there's certain stat focuses that we didn't want to be on the list because they would just be too popular. And the thing is that they wouldn't necessarily even always be correct, right? It's just that if we put like you get 5% more base attack as an option, how many people would pick that without thinking? How many people would never even engage with stat focus ever again? And so certain options were just not included because we felt that they would be gravitated towards too much. Um, but then some options were also argued against for balance reasons like that. I don't think it would be the end of the world at all for I-Bomb. I would fight tooth and nail against Kingpin in his future form getting anything of the kind. Yes, anything to do with power was immediately voted down as well. That would be way too strong. Now, if we're talking some version of Kingpin that maybe doesn't have a 100% purified chance against damaging debuffs, if you're talking a version of Kingpin where overpower doesn't stack, maybe we can talk. But Kingpin in his current form is overtuned and overbearing, and he needs nothing. I-Bomb is pretty cool. Unfortunately, it wouldn't help him in Battlegrounds, which is probably where he needs it the most. But, say la vie. Okay. I'm going to go drink some water and then record a video. Talk to y'all later. Have a good one. And good luck with the grind, Amon. You can save that one for next time I'm in. Take care, everybody.